Start understanding structure with this simple guideline and tutorial. I'll walk you through everything you need to do to look for in the market and then as stocks. If you guys do enjoy this video, if you could please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Alrighty guys, so let's get things started. Going to be breaking down how to identify structure, and when you identify structure, it can help you determine which strategies you would like to trade, as certain structures provide better opportunities or certain strategies work better in different structures. So the first thing that I always do, and let's go in, let's maximize the sell here. The first thing I always do is let's just break down a random stock like Apple. And the first thing that I always do is going to start with the daily chart. What is the daily chart providing? And by structure, what I mean is, are we doing something, and let me make a visual drawing here. Let's go like this, and then we'll edit this, and then let's see, off. All right. So are we doing something that's going like this, where we're just chopping in range? That's the first thing I'm looking for. And in these scenarios, you would be looking for strategies that are playing support and resistance bounces or resistance failures, because you're in a range. So you're looking to fade the extremes of the range. So you'd be looking to buy puts up here and then calls right down here. But what if I talked about, what if we're in a structure that we see like this, where it's constantly higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then we'll go like this, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and you'll note that these highs are higher than the previous, and so are the lows. This is an area where you would be looking to buy trending pullbacks. So any pullbacks in the trend, any buy setups, anything like that, that is what you're going to be doing by identifying that structure. Now, one nice thing that you can use to just identify this is a simple trend line. So let's get rid of this and let's just draw a simple trend line for you guys to follow. What that helps you do is identify the trend without actually having to sit there and stare at it if that is a problem of yours. Let's say we wanted to connect these. So then we could do edit properties. Then we could go here, write extension, save as default, and then you would see this trend line here, just simply connecting this. So if we know that we're holding this trend line and we're above this trend line, the structure is going to be to the upside. The same thing here. So I'll just draw these trend lines out to see what is going on in the market. So you can see we reject, 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 come up here, reject, failed, and then pushed higher here. So I'm using trend lines to help me identify what is going on within the market first on that daily level. So let's get rid of these. And then from the daily chart, we get what is the trend. And right now, Apple is in an uptrend. You can see this uptrend here, a shorter term pullback, but we're still above this previous low right here. So we're still in that uptrend. Now I'll go into something like the hourly. What is the hourly chart showing us? We are in a short-term uptrend here. So you can see we had this little term downtrend here that started back on last Tuesday. Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Well, we flip the script now. Higher low. Higher low here. Now, if we broke this, that would be a break of structure. But as of right now, we're in that short-term intermediate uptrend on the hourly chart, where we would then be looking for buying any pullbacks that are going to happen. So if tomorrow we opened up here and we pulled back and it was above this previous low, we would be eyeing those pullbacks for that continuation, because we are in that short-term trend here on that hourly level. Now, from here, what you can do then is go in, let's say the 15 minutes. So go from the daily to the hourly to the 15 minute, and then you can draw a simple trend line here. That goes back to this right here. So we're in this descending trend line. So you can see lower high right here, lower high, lower high. We were unable to break this previous high from the prior day. Where did we break that high? We broke that structure right here on Monday, and then you can see a nice rally. This high is low or higher than this one, and now we're in a short-term uptrend. So we'd be looking for calls to the upside, whereas we're in lower high structure here, we would be looking to the downside. This not only applies to stocks, you could also apply this to the market. So let's say we wanted to test something on, let's go into SPY. We could do the same thing on SPY that we are doing right here. We're in this downtrend here, so you can see this high, lower high, breaks it, rally, new high, higher low here. So we're in an uptrending structure on the market, and when we identify that on a stock and then in the market and it comes into a confluence, that greatly increases your chances of your winning trade to be successful. Now, the one thing I want to note is right now we are in a short-term uptrend. But like I mentioned earlier, when we are in something that is going to be going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, without any true movement or trending structure, that's where we're looking to buy calls at support and then puts at resistance. When you're in a trending structure, then you are looking to play that trend and get in that trend and find levels to trade off of with that trend. So you flip strategies from trying to fade the extremes to then you are trying to catch that trend in a trending market. And again, we're starting on the daily, going into the hourly, then the 15-minute. You could even go down into the 5-minute if you wanted to, or you could break this down even into the 1-day 2-minute or 1-day 1-minute. But the point being is it's much easier to identify structure first off, and then what strategies you want to trade in the structure by identifying is the stock in an uptrend, downtrend, or into a consolidation range. And the one thing I want to note too is let's go into /ES right here, and let's go into that hourly level. What are we seeing? What are we seeing right here? And even if we went into the 5-day 15-minute. So we went from an uptrend now to making a lower high here in consolidation. The one thing I want to note is when you're in consolidation, when you get a breakout over a key resistance and you're in a consolidation range like this is much more likely to fail than if we're in trending structure like this and we come into a level and break. This is much more likely to work out. So this one likely worked out because we were in trending structure, whereas now we're getting equal highs, lower high. Yes, we broke, but that's just, boom, a breakout trap, trapping those breakout buyers, and then pushing this back lower. One final point that I want to make is when you are trading, make sure you are looking to the left. So many people would just enter this on a pullback here on 1-2-minute bar, but have no idea what the stock has done. How did the stock get there? What is the stock looking like on a longer term time frame chart? So if you're just looking at a day trade and you're looking at one singular 2-minute, 5-minute, 1-minute candle, you have no idea what the stock is doing, and you won't be successful just trading off of one candle with having an idea of how the stock got there. Are we trending? Are we in range? What strategy should I be watching? Should I be looking for this pullback because the stock is already trending? Those are things to think of. How did the stock get there? Not just eyeing a singular one candle because you saw it pull back and touch support. I hope this video helps you guys understand structure, and if you have any more questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you.